Hi, I'm Adriana, and you're watching the Spiritual Awakening with Adriana channel. I never shy away from giving my opinions, nor do I avoid touchy subjects. And I'm also not someone that will tell you what everyone else is telling you just because it might be more comfortable and in line with everybody's view. However, first I would like to say that I know that this topic of what is God and how it relates to spiritual awakening, I would like to say that I respect all views on God, all religions, and respect the right of each and every individual to form their own view on the subject. On the other hand, if you're watching this video, you're watching it on purpose. Nobody's forcing you to do it. So if you find any of my views offensive or do not agree with me, just respect my right to have my own view and you will be happy and content. God is a very tricky subject, and whether you're an atheist or a firm believer in one of the organized religions, each one of you is bound to have some firm views. My views are not so firm on the other hand, and I really respect the right of everyone to form their own views. And my main advice to you is to just relax and try to find that place in your heart where you feel comfortable with yourself. And it is really horrible when you think about how many people were murdered or prosecuted because of their views of God and spirituality, no matter what those views were. Some people were prosecuted because they were atheists, some people because they belonged to this religion or that religion. And I think that in itself is an example of the farthest you can get from the truth on God. And this is my first opinion that makes someone very angry. So yes, please do not get angry. And if you are angry already, please stop watching and forget you ever found this video. I will try not to be too long and will try to put my thoughts out there for you to contemplate as quickly as possible. As always, what I'm telling you is meant to inspire you and not give you some definitive answers. So let's start. The topic today, as I put it, is what is God and how it relates to spiritual awakening. And this is why I had such a dramatic introduction. This topic is bound to be controversial for some, and I will be giving you my own views on the topic without expecting you to agree with me. Also, I'm a bit of a drama queen, to be fair, so I also kind of enjoyed being so dramatic in the beginning. I found that during your spiritual awakening, the way that you can discover the origin of things and of your purpose in life is to go back in time and look at how things were and how they evolved over time. So with regard to the view on God, our ancestors were living in constant awe of nature and all of the phenomena that were surrounding them. When the thunder was heard, they viewed this as some kind of an extraordinary force beyond their comprehension and attributed it to God. For instance, in Germanic mythology, Thor is a hammer-wielding god associated with thunder, lightning storms, oak trees, strength, the protection of mankind, and also hallowing and fertility. Monotheism, belief in the existence of one God or in the oneness of God, came later together with the organized religions. Throughout history, this question of what is God has been a question over which people were very passionate about, and many people lead their lives in accordance to this practice or that practice. If you believe in an afterlife, you might be prone to respecting some rules in order to get to heaven. And this is all fine. There is absolutely nothing wrong in believing or not believing in God in one way or the other. How this all helps you to understand what is God in the end. Well, quite simply, God is whatever you want it to be. God is the force behind all that is, not only people, but animals, nature, all that exists. And spiritual awakening is a process of awakening who you are and thinking about God. Defining the essence of what you believe it to be is part of this process. With regard of the view on what is God, there is an amazing song by John Osborne What If God Was One of Us, and meditating to this song would be a great way to start with your thoughts and your spiritual awakening from the inside. Find God in the stranger on the bus, in the slob, in the bum on the street. We are all just trying to find our way home and understand the world around us. And thinking about God is one of the ways in which we can help ourselves to get closer to that truth. You can also start with science, and you will most probably end with religion, and vice versa. And there is nothing wrong with either of those ways in which you can think about God. And even if you think that you do not believe in God, you are thinking about God. So that's also okay. The only road that is leading you to the spiritual awakening is your own. And do not let anyone tell you that your way of getting closer to yourself and to your purpose in life, to your understanding what you are, is wrong. It is your way and you are in charge. And this is why I really do not like those resources that tell you like you should do this or you should do that. No, you should do just what you want to do. And spiritual awakening is the process in which you awaken yourself to the wonderfulness of who you are, and it is the process in which there are no wrong or right paths. It is your path, and you need to know that you are exactly where you need to be. There is no way to speed things up because all is fine, and all was always fine. You were just not aware of that. And the same is with what you think about God and how you think about it. When you get to the point in which you are at peace with your understanding of God, no matter how you view this question, you will be right where you are. Do not anyone else tell you differently. Loving yourself is godlike, and loving people around you is godlike. Being grateful is also godlike, but so is also being angry and hurt and and having lots of mixed emotions and being sad. It is all godlike, because if you go back to the Bible says that God created us in His or her image, and there is just no wrong way to express this divinity. One thought, when you start your spiritual awakening, you might start to think about what happens when we die, or when we do what we call dying. And since now even the scientists are talking about the possibility that we live inside of a simulation, or that there might be like a different world, different dimensions for us to think about. Those are all questions that are out there, and they all have importance. For now, it is very important to understand that you only have now and here, and this is where you have to start and enjoy your life. And enjoying your life is basically, for me, the target goal to your spiritual awakening, because if you enjoy your life, you will be full of gratefulness, you will be full of grace, you will be happy, you will provide this happiness and this awe of life to all the people around you. And you basically just need to awaken yourself to how wonderful you are, and to all the good that you can do in this world, and all will be fine. No matter how you feel right now, you might be depressed, you might be sad, you might be looking for some answers, but all will be fine, trust me. I will make very soon a video on spirituality in Star Trek. This is one of the topics that really intrigues me. But I want to end this video on God with one scene from Star Trek Voyager. It's from episode concerning flight. The hologram of Leonardo da Vinci was beamed down to the surface of one planet by accident. He was wearing a doctor's holometer, and Catherine Janeway is with him on that planet. So he's the Da Vinci hologram, but he's not aware that he's a hologram. At one moment he's shot and the beam just passed through him, he's not hurt, and he's left confused and fearful. Janeway, who is like a captain from a mighty spaceship from the 24th century, and she knows that he is just a hologram. She subdues the armed guard, and she picks up the side-to-side transport device, telling Da Vinci it is an invention from another land, and that it can move them out of the building and a few kilometers away in the blink of an eye. Da Vinci demands an explanation for all that he's seen and that left him so confused. And Janeway says he must told her it was a poor apprentice who could not surpass her master, and that he must accept there are things she understands about the new land that he doesn't. And he answers to her, he mumbles that he just cannot accept it. So when you think about God, and when you think about the possibility that there are different worlds that we cannot experience and that we cannot get in touch with from this physical land of reality in 3D on Earth, you are just like that Leonardo da Vinci. We might also be holograms. You know, the technology that they have in Star Trek Voyager tells us clearly that in the future we will be able to have holograms that will look and behave just like us. And even if you just play the game of Sims, you can also see how you can feel like a god in that game. So what if we are just holograms in a simulation? Does it matter to what we are and what we can achieve? It really does not, and we have to accept it. So you can see, if you ever watched the Star Trek Voyager, you can see the Doc. He's just a hologram, but he has achieved so much more, and he has surpassed his original programming. And this is what you also have to do. You have to understand that you're not just who you thought you were. You always thought you were just this body, this ego, this person, this teacher, this doctor, whoever you were, but you can become so much more. And this is where the essence of the spiritual awakening lies in, to awaken your potential, to awaken who you are. And a spiritual awakening might also awaken you to the fact that there might be different worlds and different realities than just this one. You will start learning more. You will hear that there are scientists that think that we live in a simulation. Heck, even Elon Musk thinks that we live in a simulation. But that's all of that really does not matter for as long as you are in awe of the majestic beauty of your life and the possibilities that lie ahead of you. I wish you a very happy and amazing day. Take care, and just remember that somebody somewhere loves you so much, and you will know one day. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you like it, and I will see you very soon. Thank you so much. Bye.